Hey, Bri,
Yeah?
how come you have a gun?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? What about all that liberal crap you're always spewing about stricter gun regulations? You even cried after Columbine.
Because that was a national tragedy.
Oh, it's kind of a regional tragedy.
Whatever.
It's just weird, you know? I mean, you're the last person anybody would expect to have a gun.
Well, that's why I keep it here, where it's safe.
That doesn't make any sense. Why have it if you're not going to use it?
You know, I really don't want to talk about this with you, Stewie.
But I want to know. Just tell me. Come on.
No.
Come on, please.
I keep it in case I ever want to commit suicide, okay?
Wow. Oh. Oh my God. You're serious. But why, Brian?
You wouldn't understand. You're just a kid.
Well, I could try.
I don't know. Sometimes it's all too much.
What is?
Life, everything. Just having the gun here, knowing there's a way out, it helps.
Yes, but a gun, it's so messy.
It just seemed the quickest way, I guess.
I suppose. But I don't quite understand why you're so unhappy.
Yesterday, when you said, I don't live with purpose, you were right. I don't. What purpose does my life have?
I don't like when you talk like this.
Oh, it's true, Stewie. Dogs are supposed to be able to instinctively live with purpose, not even to have to think about it, just born like that. But I wasn't. You know, I've tried to find meaning in my life, and I just can't.
And that bottle of scotch?
I was saving it for my last drink.
Whoa, heavy. So, is that why we came here? Were you going to end it?
No, I was just putting money in my Christmas club.
God, I have to get one of those. You know, last year, I only had $30 saved when the holidays came around. I was so embarrassed. I think I gave Meg tape.
Oh, you're the only person I've ever told this to. Aren't you going to say anything?
I don't know what to say. Wanting to kill yourself. Well, I think that's pretty selfish of you.
How is that selfish?
What would I do if you weren't here? You're the only one who makes my life bearable.
I thought you said I was the best of a bad situation.
I was just trying to hurt you because you hurt me. But the truth is, you're my only friend, Brian. If I didn't have you, I'd be lost.
You'd be okay.
No, I wouldn't. I don't really care for anybody else, just you. You're the only one I like.
Well, thanks.
I like you a lot. I guess you could say I really like you. I would even dare to go a little further, perhaps. I care a great deal about you. A very great deal. Maybe even deeper than that. I love you. I mean, you know, not in like a, hey, let's have an underpants party or whatever grown-ups do when they're in love. But I mean, I love you as one loves another person whom one simply cannot do without.
Well, I love you too, Stewie.
You give my life purpose. And maybe that's enough. Because that's just about the greatest gift one friend can give another.
Thank you.
Hey.
What?
Will you read to me?
Sure.
Wait. I want to get all snuggled in. Okay, go.
In this scene from Family Guy, we see a side to Brian that we've never really seen before. We learn that Brian has been keeping a gun in a safe in case he ever decides that his life is not worth living any longer. When Stewie learns about this, we see a side to Stewie that we've never really seen before. I guess it's safe to say that the conversation that unfolds is very human. You're probably thinking, Brian is a dog. Are his emotions relevant? The simple answer is that it doesn't matter what animal you are. If you exhibit intelligence comparable to a human, and have some sort of personality, then you are 100% a person. Same goes for Stewie, who is a baby, yet he is always the smartest person in the room. The scene has some pretty strong themes, like depression and suicide. What it really boils down to is about finding meaning or purpose in one's life. Brian probably feels like a failure in some way, and life has become dull for him. Maybe it's because he wasn't successful as a writer, something he seemed pretty passionate about. Or maybe it's because none of his romantic relationships worked out. He is clearly having a hard time staying positive in his life. There is a difference between being alive and feeling alive. While your physical functions may be working, it's your mental health which really matters. A life without purpose is not much life at all, and without purpose, you might just turn into a vegetable. The truth is that all people are born with potential. It's just that those who search for purpose in their life and put in the work are able to rise above and live happier lives. If you have a support system like family or friends, then meaning in your life could be just around the corner. You probably don't even know how important you are to people. It's just nobody really talks about it. It would be pretty awkward if your friend told you that you give meaning to their life. I guess marriage is the closest thing you will get to something like that. What Brian and Stewie have in common is that they both share intelligence that others around them cannot comprehend and cannot appreciate. While Stewie may not have ever thought about it, Stewie does love Brian. It's awesome to see how much Stewie has changed since the first season of Family Guy. Stewie used to be a psycho whose sole purpose in life was to kill Lois and all those that cross him. We know how smart Stewie is when it comes to science, but he was also cold and cruel. Now we see that Stewie has a soft spot. Stewie pulls Brian out of the pit of depression, and Brian regains a sense of purpose in his life.